Hi, welcome back. My name is Emmy and I am a professional hairstylist, a coffee lover, and a beauty enthusiast. And today we're going to talk about which hot tools I use for my personal everyday use. Let's get into it. As a professional hairstylist, there are some assumptions that come with that. And I feel like a lot of people seem to think that I use, oh my gosh, what is on me? That I use the best of the best and the professional stuff at home. Not entirely true. So let's talk about it. I am definitely of the mindset that if you use things intentionally, you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on stuff. That is my personal opinion. I think it also depends on how you style your hair. If you like to style it one way and one way only, then yeah, maybe invest in that one tool that you're gonna use every day for the next 10 years, you know? That's what I do at work. Absolutely. With the tools that I use at work, I use those multiple times a day, 40 plus hours a week. I am going to invest in those tools. With what I use at home, I don't so much. So let's get into it. Okay. How do I do this? This is a very popular item. I believe most of the world will know it as the, Revlon One-Step Styler, Voluminous something or other. This is by the brand Hot Tools Professionals, which is owned by the same parent company as Revlon, which is why it looks exactly the same. It's just black and gold rather than the pink or blue or kind of other colors. I love this thing. This is what I finished my blowout with today, and I would totally wear my hair like this. I still have my curly bits in the front that are doing a little wonky thing, but I'm okay with that. It's not the end of the world. So totally love this. I think this one might be $10 more expensive than the Revlon one, but it's still not $150 and $200 like some you'll find at Sephora. This is perfectly acceptable. So my only warning with it is that the high setting is very, very, very hot and I rarely use it. So I will either let my hair air dry halfway or rough blow dry it halfway, and then go in with this and pretty much just use it on the low setting, which is still hot, it's still warm, but the airflow is gentler. So it's less likely to burn your hair. So that is my one warning with this, is if you think you're gonna blow dry your hair from sopping wet to dry with this thing, you might hurt your hair a little bit with it. So definitely more for people that are okay with the two hot tool method, or two-step kind of situation, or they let their hair air dry halfway. People that go to bed with their hair wet and then finish it in the morning, this is great for them. Not that I advise going to bed with your hair wet. If you can avoid it, do. But do what you gotta do in life. Love this thing. A curling iron. This is the Conair curling iron. You can get this at any old drugstore. I've had these for years. I've replaced it with the same one. It is a solid curling iron. This is a 1-inch size, which I don't use a ton, especially when my hair's shorter, because it gets a little Shirley Temple vibes, but love it. My only beef is that the numbers, there's supposed to be numbers here and they just wore off immediately, but I have it on the setting that I like, I guess. It's a great curling iron. Fantastic. Totally works. My deep wave iron. This I got on Amazon, I think, it does have, you can change the temperature when it's plugged in. You can, adjust the temperature. I used to have a really old Revlon one, and the Revlon one had a clamp, and when you took the clamp down, it opened it. And so you had to hold it shut. You would hold it shut. So I wanted to update it with one where I could open and then it shuts on its own. More of a spring-loaded kind of situation. So this is the brand Fairly Brave. The thing I look for when I'm looking at cheap hot tools like this is the temperature. I want to be able to control the temperature. Things that just turn on and they're one temperature, not ideal for doing your whole head. So that's the thing I look for as a professional buying my personal hot tools. These are not hot tools I use on anyone other than myself. So yeah. Another curling iron. This is by Helen of Troy Professional. I think this was like a hand-me-down curling iron from another hairstylist that was not doing hair anymore, something like that. Helen of Troy, also parent company, makes Hot Tools brand and Revlon. So it looks very similar to a Hot Tools curling iron. This is the 1 1/4 inch, I believe. And this is my favorite size of curling iron. I use this one on my short hair, on my long hair, everything. So huge fan. If this ever died, I would probably replace it with an actual Hot Tools brand. Those are my favorite curling irons. Or the Conair one, if they made it. Yeah, the main difference between a professional hot tool and a personal hot tool is the length of the cord. That's kind of it, if you didn't know. When it's a professional hot tool, there might be a couple more settings on it. The motor might be, especially on a blow dryer, the motor might be a little more hardcore, but mostly the cord is very long because we need long cords in the salon. So sometimes I don't need that long of a cord at home. And I'm totally fine with buying the, oh gosh, the like $20 Conair with a short cord. This has a very long cord. So that's the main difference. But 1 1/4 inch curling iron, it's the best. My blow dryer. My blow dryer is, again, a Conair Infinity Pro. It's tiny and I love it for that. I don't want a full-size blow dryer. The thing I look for in a blow dryer is I want it to have separate heat and speed settings. So I want to be able to have my blow dryer on hot heat and low speed. That is ideal for actually like efficiently drying the hair. So this has hot, cool, you know, warm, and then high and low. It also has a cold shot button. You can see they're wrapped in there. The writing on the speeds, it does wear off after some time. This is my second one of these blow dryers. This is like maybe a $30 blow dryer. And I love it. I think the last one I had of these lasted me like 4 or 5 years. And I replaced it with the same because the size fits in the various small apartments I've lived in. I love it. Would I like to own a Dyson to seem cool? Absolutely. Can I justify hundreds of dollars on a blow dryer when I really like this $30 one? No, I can't. I don't even justify it for my work. I don't use a Dyson at work. I use a different brand at work. But yeah, this is great. This is a fairly new one. You can't take this off to clean it. So, you know, the life of it will be a little shorter because of that. If you can clean this vent, it lasts much longer. That is something I look for in my professional tools at work. I want to be able to clean that. But for at home, using it maybe once a week, this is fantastic. Conair Infinity Pro. Small. It comes with this concentrator. It pops off. It doesn't come with a diffuser or anything. I have a universal diffuser that I put on it for when I am wearing my natural texture. But great blow dryer. My straightening brushes. Yes, this one was a little more expensive. This one was Aquage by Babyliss Pro. Babyliss, I never know if it's Babyliss or Babyliss. I don't know. I don't own any professional Babyliss products for at work. And this is, I think, an off-brand of it. But this is a great straightening brush. Oh my gosh. If you've never seen me use a straightening brush, check out my Instagram. I'm sure I have a video there. But I use it to, yes, straighten, but also to give my hair like wave, like very soft wave. And I love this. So love this. The one I use at work is actually by Revlon, and I don't use it a ton. Mostly I have it at work for when clients are considering getting a product like this and they want to try it. I will use it on them, but that one is like a drugstore straightening brush that I use at work that works fantastic. I need to clean this guy. He's dirty. And then I do have a travel one. This is the Amika Travel straightening brush. It's just an on-off. It doesn't have temperature control, so it really is like for little things. Like when these pieces are a little longer and everything else is like fine, but I need to kind of reset those. This is what I use. So it's great for what it is. And I like having a smaller version of it. I do, yes. Last but never least, straighteners. And again, I have, you know, a parent and a child. So my straightener is by Revlon. I have no idea which model this is. I use straighteners to curl my hair. Rarely use it to actually straighten, unless, again, my little curly bits in front. So I wanted a thinner thing here, not as wide. If it's wider, that's more for like actually straightening hair. But you won't be able to like turn it and kind of give it fun twists and stuff. So I really enjoy this straightener. I would totally purchase it again if it died. It was super affordable. It was great. Yeah. I don't crank the heat. And that's a thing we gotta talk about. All right. Don't crank the heat on your hot tools, guys. Like if it's hot enough to get the job done, like do it, you know? It's fine. It's fine at whatever, you know. So sometimes I really crank the heat to get like a bigger curl or like a stronger curl. And sometimes I lower the heat to get a softer curl. Same thing with my curling irons, you know? If I only have that 1 inch with me, but I don't want the Shirley Temple curls, I knock that temp down. And then I use kind of smaller sections so it can heat it all the way through. Yeah, it doesn't have to be cranked to be efficient. It just doesn't. This little baby straightener I just got a couple weeks ago. Like the dollar spot in Target. So it's just one temperature. It just turns on and off. And again, I feel like I buy a mini straightener like once every 15 years. And then I keep it for a while and then I declutter it. And then I'm like, oh no, it's kind of nice to have. So it's a nice thing to have on hand for me personally. Like I will probably use it on these guys before I head out for the day and then leave everything else just kind of like a little bit flippy and voluminous. But it's nice to be able to just plug this little guy in than the full mama bear, you know? So I like, this was $5, like, you know, for 2 pieces of hair that I need to straighten every now and again. It works great. I have a pile of hot tools on the ground now. And actually I need to clean some of them. So that's kind of another thing. Clean your hot tools, guys. You know, especially like the round brush one, like get the hair off there. Like burnt hair does not smell good. Trust me. Yeah. And then again, on the straightening brushes, like they get a little gunky, you know, while they're cool, give them a little dry scrub down and wipe down, you know? Yeah, definitely. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed. You know, I'm a professional hairstylist. I definitely use expensive hot tools at work, but I'm also a person and I like to mix up how I style my hair, and that means having lots of different hot tools on hand personally. That might not be for everybody, and that is 100% okay. But for me, my hair is a main source of my expression and my style. And I cut it, I grow it, I highlight it, I color it, you know, like I do all sorts of things with it. Yes, because it's what I do for a living, but also because I like to have fun with my hair. And that includes switching up the way I style it, which means I have a pile of hot tools at all times. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, hope you found it insightful. I will link all of the items I personally own. Not saying that that's like the best of the best, but it gets the job done for me personally. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed and learned something. Catch you next time.